Well, as you can tell, we're working on the Ford today. Found on the road dead, right? So last week I started a new job and we took old Goliath to that job. It was a rainy day. I usually don't like to drive the Type R on rainy days. And again, if y'all watch videos from like almost last year, this truck has an issue with the gas pedal. I basically lose it and I have no gas. Well, that issue finally came back, and then when I arrived at work, pushed in my e-brake and e-brake cable snapped. So we will be fixing that today, and I got some stuff to hopefully fix the pedal, and if it doesn't fix it, I'm just going to order a whole new Ford pedal probably and just be done with it. I know a lot of the old heads that like these trucks will say throw Ford parts at it, don't get generic parts, so might as well go down that route because I would hate to be 6 hours away and this happened while towing. So let's jump into it. Let's look at the problem, look at the parts I got, and fix it. So coming into the Ford, we will see that this does not work anymore. So that was issue number one. So I came down here and looked under the truck, and you can see the cable's kind of just hanging there. And this cable, the cable connects right there. So there's two cables. So this front one here is the one I'm pretty sure it's broke. And sure enough, if we look, you see right there, the cable has frayed. So I have that new cable, we need to get the old one out. Also, if you're coming to this video because your truck's broke, I know the actual e-brake pedal assembly, sometimes it clock spring in their brakes as well, so that's something to look to if that cable isn't broken on yours. I know when I got this truck, that was the first issue. I had to replace the whole e-brake assembly, so let's get that old cable out. So first, I think removing this little plastic piece might help us out a little bit. Okay, I'll just pin that away maybe. Oh, sweet. A lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Sweet. So you got this little guy that's holding the cable inside the mounting bracket. You can kind of see it right there. It's kind of like pushes in and crimps itself and holds it in. So I just put a little flathead in it and bend it out, and now it's free to go through that hole. So let's see if we can pull it from underneath. All right. So there's our cable right there. See if I can get some better light. There we go. Going through that hole. So now I should just be able to pull it out. Yep. There we go. So that part is out. Now I've got to disconnect it right there, and we should have it all the way out. All right, so got that off. Maybe it can help y'all because that took longer than it should have. So the first thing you need to do is you need to bend this little tab up because that kind of holds it in when you're knocking it out. And then next, you're gonna hold it with something or have someone help you. Hold this side, then you're gonna knock the cable out, which basically I just hit a flathead that way. I've got these since I don't know where my vice grips are, so it was a little bit harder than it should have been. So hopefully y'all have a little bit easier time. So now let's get the new part in. So we just got the O'Reilly's brake cable. Should be everything we need. It kind of looks the same. It's got the little foam part. Let's cut this open. Woo! Okay, so this part goes inside. This one goes underneath. And then you gotta make sure this little foam piece is inside the truck with this one. So let's run the cable. Okay, so this one should just go through that hole, hopefully. Yeah. So now I'm just trying to reconnect it back to the actual parking brake. So now I'm just going to slide it through here. There we go. And you gotta make sure you feed it back around. There we go. Kind of feed that through the hole. Kind of, all that does is just seal off that hole from the elements from outside. Then let's connect at the bottom. So to connect this portion onto that portion up there, what you want to do is pull this cable out as much as you can and then lock it down so it holds it. And then now you should be able to put it on, and then you pull the slack, make sure it's locked in there. You press that little tab right there, make sure that's pulled in. Then you can release tension, should be good. So let's do that. All right, looks like it worked out for me. We got some pretty good tension all the way down. So let's go see if the e-brake actually works. We finally fixed it. Now to move on to that. The plan to fix this, which is the accelerator pedal, is I'm going to unplug it, and I bought this stuff. So a lot of the boomers on the 7.3 pages say to clean the connector. So we're gonna try that first, run it for a couple months and see how it works. So let's clean it. Okay, like I don't see anything wrong with the wiring, no cuts. Maybe it's something up there. Alright, so hopefully that fixes our issues with the truck for now. The e-brake still isn't good in this truck, so even though we fixed the cable, it still rolls on certain inclines. So something I need to look into, fixing that, maybe getting some better brake shoes for the rear or whatnot. But for now, at least we can throw the e-brake up, throw it in gear, and just have another little peace of mind. Hopefully cleaning that electrical connector fixes the accelerator. If not, then we'll go down the route of putting a Ford in there probably. So with all that being said, we're done with the truck. We can pull it out and move on to resealing this motor for my 1991 Honda Civic $500 Civic wagon. If you're interested in seeing that, the video should be following shortly after this one, so hit that subscribe button, and if you did like anything in this video, hit that like button. I'll see you in the next one.